During the fall 2023 semester, I was taking online classes through a pretty prestigious college, but I knew that I would transfer to my hometown university for the winter semester. Even though I wasn't going to be there for long, I still wanted to make some new friends so that I wouldn't feel alone. And if I was lucky, maybe I'd meet someone to date. That's exactly what happened. I met this girl through Tinder. She was really cool, and we had a lot in common. Long story short, we started dating, and we had a lot of fun together. She wasn't from my hometown, but she had moved here for school. I noticed that after she came back from Thanksgiving break, her attitude had changed. She was always sarcastic, which I liked, but after the break, her sarcasm turned mean. What was once playful, teasing became more aggressive. I chalked it up to stress with finals coming up and brushed it off. Eventually, she went back home for winter break. We stayed in touch daily through text, Snapchat, and the occasional FaceTime. Once the winter semester started, I moved into an apartment instead of a dorm. Then, literally, the night of the first day of classes, we broke up. She wasn't handling being away from home well. Besides me and her roommate, whom she didn't get along with, she barely knew anyone. A few weeks passed, and each day I felt less sad. Then, Valentine's Day rolled around. I had planned some fun surprises for my girlfriend, and now that we were broken up, the day felt empty. So, I decided to reactivate my Tinder account. Not to find anything serious, just to see if I could get a match and maybe hang out with someone on Valentine's Day so I wouldn't be alone. Most of my friends had significant others, so I didn't want to third wheel it. I set up my account 2 days before Valentine's and got some matches after just a few hours. Most of them were planning to go out to bars, which wasn't really my thing. I do it as a last resort, but I wasn't that desperate yet. Then I started texting with a girl named Lena. She wasn't into bars either. She preferred staying in and watching movies, exactly my vibe. She even had the same major as one of my best friends and was taking some of the same classes, though she wasn't sure if they had classes at the same time yet. The best way to describe Lena: shoulder-length blonde hair, cute glasses, freckles, and bright blue eyes. After texting for about an hour, we moved the conversation to Snapchat. I asked if she wanted to hang out on Valentine's Day, and she was down. February 14th, 2023 fell on a Thursday. Luckily, I didn't have any Friday classes, and Lena said she'd skip her Friday morning class so we wouldn't have to end the night early. The first part of the night went smoothly. We got McDonald's, saw a movie, and walked around downtown for a while. Eventually, we went back to my apartment, and one thing led to another. Everything felt natural. Afterward, she asked if she could spend the night. It had started snowing, and her place was about a 10-minute walk away. Of course, I told her she could stay. We fell asleep around 1:00 a.m. I'm a light sleeper, especially when someone else is in bed with me. Around 3:00 a.m., I woke up as Lena shifted and got out of bed. I didn't let her know she had woken me. In the dim light, I saw her walk toward the bathroom. She turned on the light and shut the door so it wouldn't illuminate the bedroom. I was too tired to think much of it and went back to sleep. Then, around 5:30 a.m., I woke again. At first, I figured she was still in the bathroom, but when I turned, the light was off. My first instinct wasn't panic, just curiosity. I sat up and grabbed my phone. No texts from her saying she had left. Her clothes were still on the floor next to mine. She was still here. Then I heard a creak. I turned my head toward the sound. Lena was standing in the corner of my bedroom, back facing me, completely still. "Lena?" I called softly. "Are you okay?" She didn't answer. She didn't move. I turned on the lamp beside my bed. The soft light cast long shadows, but I could see her clearly. She was just standing there, motionless. I got out of bed and cautiously approached her. Every instinct told me that something was wrong, but I needed to see for myself. I gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "Lena?" No response. Then, suddenly, she turned around. Her eyes were wide open, but they looked empty, like she was staring straight through me. Her mouth was slightly open, and her breathing was slow and shallow. A chill ran down my spine. "Lena?" I tried to keep my voice calm. "What's going on?" She just stood there, head tilted slightly to the side as if listening to something I couldn't hear. Then, in a low, almost guttural whisper. She finally spoke. "He's watching." My breath caught in my throat. "Who's watching?" I whispered. No response. She took a slow step forward, her bare feet barely making a sound against the wooden floor. Then she smiled. But it wasn't a normal smile. It was too wide, too unnatural, stretching her lips in a way that didn't seem human. My heart pounded. This had to be some kind of joke. Maybe she was sleepwalking. Maybe he's in the room with us. The air in the room changed. My apartment was small. There was nowhere for anyone to hide. But when she said that, the space behind me felt crowded, as if something unseen had moved closer. I swallowed hard. "Lena, you're scaring me. Just come back to bed, okay?" Her smile vanished. Her head tilted the other way, those bright blue eyes locked onto mine, unblinking. Then, finally, she spoke in her normal voice. "I need to leave." She grabbed her clothes and walked straight out of the apartment. I stood there, frozen. Only after she was gone, noticed something that my blood ran cold. The mirror on the other side. When Lena turned to leave, her reflection didn't move. Her reflection didn't move. Her reflection was still facing me. I didn't sleep the rest of the night.